Okay.
Hi, my name is Ingrid Dohm and I am a watercolorist. I'm doing every day, or at least every other day, a demonstration of watercolor paintings. So here it goes. I arranged my flowers again. Unfortunately, I don't have a glass vase, so I use this one and I'm going to make it up myself. Since I said a few times already, we are the boss to do whatever we want. We can do it ourselves. So here we go. I'm going to do a nice glass vase, which I am pretty good at. I just love my glass vases. I love these things through. So I'm going to go pretty fast today. Picked up some more lilies, and they are so absolutely beautiful. So, and as you know, those lilies don't last a long time. They last a day and they're gone. I'm going to have to do a little bit more in the water. So, okay, here we go. There's one more. I have quite a few daylilies today. Oh, that's a little too much, but that's okay too. Just make it work somehow. Okay. I love daylilies because you can see every petal which later on can really pull out so nicely. Now some of them, I picked them up today in the morning, and as you see in my big bouquet, some have been closing already, but I can still figure it out. So this is going to be my bouquet of mostly daylilies. I just love those. Well, here's already one almost gone, but we just still put them in. And there's one gone too, and we put this little fellow in. Okay. So we love those little. Okay. Little petunias. They are really cute too. Okay. I'm going to try something. Usually I don't do this, but I'm going to try it anyway. Yeah, I do one more. It's very important that you do small flowers, big flowers. Make it interesting in your flower bouquet. If you have only small flowers or small leaves, it kind of gets uninteresting. So you have small flowers, you have big flowers, small leaves, big leaves. And again, here, as you see, I let the watercolor do its work. I'm not manipulating it too much, so I just let the watercolor work. Those little flowers are so cute too. I think they're little wild carnations or whatever they call them, but I remember them from home. They're so cute. Actually a little pain in the neck to paint, but they're really and Then we have just those are little daisies, and I want to get those in there too. They're really beautiful. I'm not too concerned of the color combination of the flowers, because I think nature has them all together too. So why would I worry too much? I mean, I don't go completely into the extreme, but we worry too often as everything has to matchy, and I'm not that interested in matching. Got a few nice leaves here, so I want to get those in there too, really. Again, I'm really watching what I'm doing so I don't get too close to some things. Okay, my little palette is a little small, but I'll manage. Up. Okay, gonna sneak a few up here. Put a few in there. I don't mean to kiss it all the time. So found that real cute. So now when this happens, I remember when I did this on the beginning, and I thought, oh my gosh, my whole painting is ruined. I don't mind it now at all. I just leave it, let it dry, and I'll work it out afterwards. If I would work at this moment, I just blow it completely. So I just leave it this way, and I'm going to figure out how to pull myself right out of it. I just pick up the flowers I like. So as you notice, I just jump from one to the next one and just pick up the flowers I like. I don't necessarily like every flower, but I do like some. So I do like those here. Okay, here we go. And there's just a little bit up here. This little, again. So, okay, let's put some greens in there. I love those. Now, I am going to show you watercolors. You can do a lot of things with watercolors. You can have a lot of little tricks now. Now I do want to make a sprinkle here, and I don't have not 100% the right brush with me, but I'm going to try it anyway. I want to do those little green things, and I don't, and this goes so much faster for me. So I'm going to just try it this way, and oh yeah, I think it's going to work. So I do this little with a paper towel, so I don't go all over the place. So that's the only reason I do it. Otherwise, I don't mind to go all over the place. But when I do specific things, I don't want to go all over the place. So, so I really like those things up. Maybe I'm just going to, oh well, I'm going to try this too. I'm going to go up there one more like this. If I had the right brush, liner, a few more. Okay, so now I'm going to put some leaves in to count myself. If I need, again, use your whole brush when you put the leaves in, okay? And then lift up gently. So many people keep on saying, oh, I don't know how to do leaves. Oh yes, you know how to do those. Just do them. Oh. Stems. I'm going to have my little watercolor, my vase right here, and then when you look at vases with water in there, actually there is actually a break in there, so don't pull all the way through. There is a break from the water line, so, and again, don't worry too much about it. Just do this here, and then I'm going to, oh, this wasn't a planned one, so okay, I'm going to do this here. Here I'm going to be careful because I want it to come out, this vase. And here I'm going to just having a fun time again. Okay, those things I easily forget, so I better put my yellow dot in, otherwise it'll disappear. Again with watercolors, if you want something white, then you better plan it out, because it won't stay out when you put color on. So okay, this didn't come out that perfect, but I just love them anyway, so whatever. Okay. So they don't all have to be exactly like they're in the picture. Again, this will go away, and you won't see it anymore. Those little fellows have. It's amazing, this blue, ultramarine blue and cadmium yellow. You get so many different colors of it. It's amazing. I just love it. So sometimes with less paint, we can create so much. I do want a little blush in there, and I better make sure that I don't lose my shape here. So more. As you notice, I always start with some flowers, because the fillers, the leaves are perfect fillers, and so don't go too early with your leaves, because I can't go over this one, but I can go over other things again. I can go over light yellow or light pink, but with dark greens I cannot go over it anymore. So stay away from early on putting the leaves in, but there is a time where you really want to put them in, so you can ground yourself, kind of. Otherwise it's difficult to see where you are. Up here. Okay, let's go a little bit into the background. When I talk so much, I forget kind of. I should put the background in there too. So, because I love to have it bleed out like this, because even so, if I want to have this bleeding, they have to be wet, otherwise this won't happen anymore. So I need to get into it, otherwise it won't work. Okay. And sometimes in my excitement, when I paint so fast, I lose some things again, but then I can bring it out again. It's not that bad. A little strong here, but it's okay. Sometimes I go. But see how it's dry now? It won't bleed anymore. Maybe it does. Well, maybe it gives me a little interest still. But if it gets too dry, I can't do much with it anymore. So I'm going to go load up my brush again. I just like to have this again try those vases. They are really cool. And daylight flowers only come out when the background is correct. So if I pull this out really now with dark spots, it'll be much more interesting. This. Okay, let's see how it is. Now I'm going to go in here. Okay, a little bit more. Oops. Okay, look at. Oh, a little bit more. Takes a little bit more life here. Okay, come on, get moving here. And the beginning is sometimes so scary. If you see me, oh gee, how can this come out? But really, then I put it further away and then, oh, that looks pretty good. That's not completely my plan, but I'm going to keep it this way anyway. Okay. Just having a real good time here. Put this in here. Get a little bit more color in there. That's way. Clean. Got to keep on going here. Oh, there's a little big thing here. Let's over it a little bit. Okay, I like the shadow is really important too. We don't like to have it float all over the place. And again, I want to have it. Wow, this dried in fast. Oh, come on. It's much drier today, so when you paint outside, the elements will dictate some things on you, so you just have to adjust. See how the vase is coming out. Now I don't even have to look too much. I do like the I would like to have the arrangement to see it, but I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to go right into the lilies, which I like to show you to really bring it out. But I do need to clean it out a little bit. Now I'm going to loading up my brush with more orange because of the lilies. I'm going to want to bring those lilies out, and so here. I think they're dry. And the way you find out how if they're dry, just touch it with the back of your fingers, and then you find out. So just lay it down here and clean your brush and just pull it right down here. Again here, you want to push the ones which are in the bag. You push them in the bag here because they are in the shadow, so they're always a little darker. Just pull it out here. So there are techniques you can learn in this watercolor so easily, and once you know it, then there's some fun to do. Actually, I can just really leave this. Okay, okay. Didn't like. Okay, here we go. And then I like to play around here. And sometimes they're really darker down here, getting dirty water. Don't be afraid again. Just really enjoy what you do here. Okay. The next one, I just do a few more, and we just leave it. Yeah, this is the smaller ones. Oh, this is pretty red, but so it's not bad. Again, here, see how I use my whole brush. But this is really want to get it. Hopefully it works. No, it probably didn't. Okay. And sometimes I don't do it right either. But I'm just going to pull it out anyway. Oh, shaky here. Okay. Okay, that's how it has to be. Again, I can't change too much anymore, so I'm going to just leave it alone. And this looks like 1, 2, no, I get it. Okay. I'm going to leave this. Something bothers me. I get very frustrated. I just go somewhere else and I would just put something in here. Okay. Sometimes it's just the small little touches. What's in there? It's almost like a dark spot here. Another. Kind of lost this little fellow here. Well, he got lost in the leaves. It happens now and then. Let's cover it. You just get lost in the leaves sometimes, so I'm not going to worry about it either. So I'm still in the big tub somewhere. This fellow is not very nice looking to me. He didn't participate too well, so I'm going to work out somehow. You see how they dry out here? It's amazing how they dry out, and then you think you're so dark, and then, oh, what happened to it here? It's not that dark. So, oops, a daisy. Okay, I'm going to go to this purple thing. The pinks, purples. Load up my brush. The other ones bother me. Just take out a few which ones I like. Okay. Go dark on the back there. Maybe a little yellow too. This little fellow was still wet. Got into early, so what can you do? It's too late now. Just going to make him work somehow. He will behave himself afterwards. Greens and the old greens. I need to load up with the greens. I like it a little stronger. And then I go here. This one I wanted to. This brush is just perfect for the little things here. While I paint, suddenly I see something else, and then I have to do it. I see, I want to sneak in. I want to put a little red in here. I don't know why, but it just feels like it's what I want to do. Again, here I don't have it strong enough. Ooh, it's going to be strong. Maybe it's a little too much, but okay, I'll just go ahead and do it. Keep always your watercolors wet, because it's most frustrating when they are not wet and you dry a quick need paint, and then you have to dig in 5 times. Don't let this happen. It's most frustrating to you. I hate it when it just doesn't work for me. Okay. Clean my palette out. So one more lily. I'm going to put this in here because I think it's so pretty. Again, here I missed one petal, so okay, it's okay too. Do a little touch here. Need to pull it in a little. Okay, if I This flower did not cooperate with me. I'm going to have to figure out what to do. I'm going to get after it still. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to just put some leaves over it. And this maybe what I just do. I'm going to put a little dot in here. This I want to just do once more. Okay, the lilies. I notice so often that people love to put those stems in before everything else. But don't do it because, first of all, it doesn't work. You don't want to go behind it. And second, this is the funnest thing afterwards. So don't do it beforehand. So, oh, this is a little early. Okay, I'll leave it alone. So, a little red leaf somewhere, I don't know where it's comes from, but I'm going to leave it alone, and I'm going to put a little sprinkle over, and just a tiny little, here, I like this. Oh, wow, okay, maybe I overdid it, but I leave it alone here. That is a fast painting. You can do this and have really much fun with it. Great, thanks.